Hi everyone, Simon Keeling here. It's Thursday the 13th of September. Thanks again for watching weatherweb.net. As always, the sites get free of charge by the adverts that you see around the screen here. So by you clicking on the adverts, by viewing the adverts, that's what generates revenue for us and it keeps the site free of charge. So thank you for doing that. Of course, you can follow me on Twitter at Weather School and also do search for Weather School on Facebook too. We send out regular tweets and regular messages about things that are going on weather-wise. Now, weather-wise today, the big thing is Typhoon Samba, which is currently heading its way northwards and heading into Korea by the time we're getting into the early part of next week. This typhoon is spinning itself up right now, and you can see it on the latest forecast chart here, on the latest satellite picture from the Japanese Met Agency. Here's the typhoon at the moment. So it's going to be spinning itself up into a violent typhoon with wind gusts by tomorrow morning of over 150 knots. So this really is a major feature. That's forecast to be tracking its way northwards, and it has the Korean Peninsula and Western Japan firmly in its sights. And I think this is probably a feature we're going to be hearing quite a bit about in news stories over the coming days as this thing tracks northwards, and it has an impact on the weather closer to home as well. The reason for that impact is you can see here is the typhoon out currently here in the Pacific Ocean. It just has an impact as it heads its way northwards, as it gets into the northern weather patterns, and it affects the patterns across the northern hemisphere and through the temperate latitudes, of course, which is where the British Isles and Europe are. And it just has a knock-on effect through things, because what it will do is it will strengthen ridges and deepen troughs through the circulation pattern around the globe over the coming days. And this is the chart for next Thursday. And what happens is that as this trough deepens in the States and the ridge builds across the Atlantic, so it deepens the trough through Europe. And what that does is it results in this cold northwesterly flow that I've been predicting for the last few days. And I think that really then just strengthens things as we head into the end of the month period. This is Sunday the 23rd, and you can see still that we've got a trough affecting the eastern parts of the UK and across central parts of Europe, with this strong ridge still out towards the west. And really that's the pattern that the ensemble model likes to stay with as we head into the final stages of the month. So no real changes in the forecast for today, still going for this cooler end. In fact, if we take a look at the ECMWF charts, that's what's being picked up on here too. This is the analysis last night at midnight. Here's the ridge of high pressure through the British Isles, and you'll notice how during tonight we get some very windy conditions as low pressure passes north of Scotland, this bringing severe gales to northern and western Scotland, gusts of 70 miles per hour here, and pretty breezy down towards the south too. A ridge then builds through as we head in towards Friday and into Saturday too, but then we do find a trough of sorts trying to get in on Sunday and into Monday of next week. And then what we're going to find is that trough just deepening its way in. This is what we've just seen on the ensemble chart, and you can see how that trough just deepens into central parts of Europe through the British Isles. So we get the first hit of this cool northwesterly flow coming in around about the 20th, so that puts us up to next Thursday. But some battles going out here in the Atlantic by then. Here's the remnants of a former hurricane coming into the western parts of the Azores by that time. And the ECMWF by the 23rd is let's just get that chart back. The ECMWF by the 23rd does get rid of that trough into Europe as a feature, builds high pressure back in through the British Isles, but then lines us up for this next hit, coming in from the north here, with this trough deepening, I think, into about the 25th, taking us into cooler conditions. So I think certainly we are going to be in for a cooler end to September, and rather a mixed one as well. So in detail then, here's how things shape up for the next few hours. We've got ridge of high pressure through the south of the country just now. Now through this afternoon we've got some heavy periods of rain coming into northern parts of Scotland, some strong winds here as well, and it looks as if that rain continues through the course of this afternoon and also into tonight. Now through tonight the winds are strengthening everywhere as a cold front just edges its way southwards through the country. That cold front by tomorrow morning is across southern coast of the country. Some cloud and some outbreaks of rain here, but brighter weather following in behind, but pretty chilly weather, and I think some showers around northern and western parts of Scotland. Through Friday itself, well, we'll find a brighter day, sunny spells, I think pretty cool. The wind's easing off too. Still some showers around northern and western coast, but for most it should be generally dry. We'd then head into a pretty cool night into Saturday morning, although by Saturday more heavy rain has returned into the northern parts of Scotland. Pretty breezy here as well once again, and I think what we'll find through Saturday afternoon is that there'll still be outbreaks of rain over northern and western coasts and hills, but I think for many areas it looks as if it should be dry and bright with some good spells of sunshine. On to Sunday now, and another front edges its way eastwards through Sunday afternoon, bringing rain across Ireland into West Wales, northwest England by the afternoon on Sunday, and that just then leaps its way eastwards through the day across England and the rest of Wales, although it will be a very weak feature by then. I think what we'll then find is a few showers around northern and western Scotland, but generally dry for many. And then heading into Monday, well, just I think weak fronts really just trying to get eastwards during the course of Monday, and the effect of these weak fronts is going to be just to bring one or two spots of rain to western coast. Most places though on Monday probably staying on the drier side. And then going into Tuesday, well, look, a deeper area of low pressure forming north of Scotland. These are the features that we need to watch for introducing these cooler northwesterly flows. It'll be taking some periods of rain away with it from Scotland during Tuesday. Most of England and Wales staying on the dry side, and I think we'll find some very windy conditions through Scotland again with gales here. Pretty cool for just about everywhere, and I think most places in the south are tending to stay dry. And then as we're heading towards Wednesday, the flow goes back into the northwest. Look, high pressure building out in the Atlantic. This is that cool northwesterly flow, really brought about by the Typhoon Samba, as it just strengthened those troughs and ridges around the northern hemisphere. And this cool northwesterly flow brings showers to northern and western coasts. And then heading into next Thursday, well, still the highs there look out towards the west of the country, and the northwesterly flow is maintained. However, what it does is it just maintains the mainly dry conditions across many southern areas and just keeps some showers going across northern and eastern parts of Scotland. But overall, as you can see, the week as a whole really seeing very little rain, particularly in the southern parts of the country. And I can show you just how little rain there is if we look at the total precipitation chart. This is the chart running up to midnight next Friday, and you notice how most of the rain look is northern and western Scotland, 4 inches plus here. Yes, we've got some rain for northern England and a little bit of rain across Ireland, but just look how little rain there is down here in southeastern parts of England. So that really just stressed that although the weather looks unsettled for the coming week, yes, it'll be breezy, yes, it'll be cool, but you can see how very little rain much of central and southern England and the east of Wales is going to be seeing during the period. I think this is probably underdone a little bit. I think there will be 2 or 3 millimetres down here, but it just goes to show how dry it will be overall during the week ahead. So that's it for now. Thanks again for watching. Don't forget the sites get free of charge by the adverts you see around the screen, and of course, as always, keep the sun shining. Bye for now.